Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce you a friend of mine, and this is going to be the hardest um, interview that I've done since we've been doing poetry, because we try and keep it in to a half hour. It takes me a half hour just to say hi to this special person. Um, if you ask me, we have a long, beautiful history and friendship, and she's always been there when I needed her. I've always tried to be there when she needed me, although I did let her down one time really, really bad. And one of these days, I want to make up for that. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Poetry, my special guest this evening, the one and only Jai Simone.
Hey, how are you? This is great. I thank you for inviting me. I'm honored to be here. And again, I am Jai Simone. You can find me at jsimone.com, JAISIMONE. And my company is Kinky Sexy Smart, where we are mostly women's empowerment, sensuality, and intimacy site. So we also offer lots of education, workshops, seminars, weekend retreats. We have a good time. Oh, and we sell adult products too. So there's it. So I'd like to start off with an introductory poem. That's okay?
That's fine.
This is me. I was drawn this way. Eyes may be green, brown, blue, or gray, changing constantly, wildly vacillating between meek and dominating, spanning from church girl praising hallelujah to sex kitten purring in the same day. Sun up, the one PTA calls to bake and read to the kiddies on Dr. Seuss Day. Sundown, turns up the vixen, gets it in, has you, and if you're lucky, you calling my name. And Yahweh's, right now, we are one and the same. You know the feeling. Comfortable in penthouse, clubhouse, a cat house. This brick house is the epitome of versatility, complex being. Smarter than the prey you usually pursue. Don't be fooled by the smiling. This beauty is a beast, predator and a mini, with killer shoes, heels high like my IQ. Adaptable. Don't try defining. I keep 300 verses from memory about any and everything, keep 300 stanzas waiting to eviscerate notions preconceived. You tell me the mold I must fit into, submit to the status quo. Do you know who I am? This is goddess. We don't do submission, kick holes in your bridge expectations. I create and carry a sledgehammer, must be a god queen. You hear that tinkling? It's a shards falling from the glass ceiling, not even a scratch on me. Phoenix rising. A village raised me to know my worth. And if you're giving less, then I'm taking all. Fall on my knees for no earthly being, whether spotlight, flashlight, or strobe light, all pale when compared to our light. Don't dim your bright. Haters may try, but that just means you're doing something right. Keep glowing. Could find me crowned in a do-rag, fitted ball cap, Southern Belle style hats. Could find me nodding to gospel, hip hop, or rock MP3s. It's all me. Whether in fatigues and boots, looking to recruit for the revolution, or a power suit influencing the solution. It's me in wig, weave, braids, natural adobe. It's me watching porn or Sesame Streets. It's me. So you're here with me and Raymond with poetry at J Simone Speaks. She's the hashtag truth. And in this in between time, this 30 minutes, I'd also like to get to know about you.
All right, all right, all right. That was Jay Simone, and the name of that is called "It's Me."
Actually, it's called King Dingling. It's like what? Come out
Really?
swinging.
Okay.
Yes, that's what it's called. For real.
It's called King.
It's called King Dingling. I
Of,
know. I know.
you know what? I'd rather call it "It's Me."
Call it. It's me. I know. I know.
How you doing, Jay?
I'm great.
You know, one of the reasons why I like doing these interviews with you is because um, you are one of my friends who I'm always careful what I ask you, only because like if I ask you, is my breath all right? If it ain't, you gonna say, Lord, I'm glad you asked. No, no, but you always give the straight truth. So,
Yes.
so yeah. But one of the reasons why I like doing these particular interviews is because um, a lot of my friends or a lot of our mutual friends, I think, have the wrong idea about you. You
I
know,
do get that a lot.
they
Yes.
see, and that's not a, you know what? That's not, to me, that's not a Jay Simone problem. That's a them problem. Because here's the
Yes.
thing: they see the pearls, they see the glamour, they see the beauty, this dare I say sex appeal, and they think that's what the whole package is.
Yes. Yes.
And
I
you
do
know,
get that a lot.
the only way I can relate is because I've been known as like the angry poet, and I'm like 6'3", two something, well three
Oh.
something. So people can look at me and easily, oh, okay, so although I once uh, I once performed at the African American Museum at an open mic, and they thought I was there to rap, but that's a whole different story.
Okay.
So my question is, how do you how do you deal with that? Does it bother you, or do you just keep cruising and do Jay Simone?
I keep cruising and do Jai Simone. I mean, those who know me know better. So that's really all it is to me. They know that I handle my businesswoman. Yes, I do love to dress up. I love lipstick, heels, being the pearls. I love all of that, but that doesn't mean that I'm I lack intelligence, which I find to be the first thing people think about me. And I'm like, I'm a card carrying member of Mensa. I don't know what you're talking about. But you can think whatever you want to. You can believe that. But my clients, they know me. I I have 100% success rate because I'm good at what I do. I give a great show. If you book me for that, I'm a great coach. If you book me for that, I have excellent products. If you are talking to me about that, and as you say, I'm honest. I'm tactful, but I am very honest. And once people get to know me, they see there are just so many layers that they never even knew about. A lot of people, they're like, "Oh my gosh, you have a son? You have a child? I didn't even know." I know I don't put him out there, but I
Yeah.
raised a
So,
little young genius over
right,
here,
right, right.
young king in the making.
So why do
You
you
know?
think people are intimidated, threatened, scared by? Okay, so again, using myself as an example, they're intimidated by me, and I have layers. When they see a woman with layers, oh my goodness, they act like the whole freaking world's on fire. Why do you think that is?
Well, one, I'm not afraid to revel in my femininity, in my sexual freedom, in the power that I have with that. And I think that alone is frightening. It's terrifying for some. They think that I should be some demure flower sitting in the corner, and I will have my legs crossed. I mean, you'll see my 5-inch heels. And when I stand up and I'm 6'1" in them, oh, wait, she's an Amazon too? What is going on over there? Yes, yes, I am. Step to me correctly and we can speak. If you don't, then you don't really deserve to know. I weed out lots of people that way. It's easy for me.
I hear you. I've seen you. I've seen you do it, and snickered. Because that's all I.
Yes.
That to me, that's all I can do because um what were we in second grade when they said you don't judge a book by its cover?
Yes.
So if you haven't learned by now, and we're all grown,
You're not, and it's not my job to teach you.
Right.
It's really not. You should know this already. And I do have there are definitely people who are like, why are all your dresses V cut? Because I look good in V cut.
Well, why
that's
not?
that's just what it is because I like it.
No, I mean, why not?
That's
You
it.
like it, and that's all. That's all that
I
really.
like it.
That should be the end of the conversation. Now, before we get into um asking you to do another poem, if you like, I would like to say the other thing is, um, I have seen you go to venues where they thought all you had was sexy poetry.
Erotica.
Well, right,
Yes.
okay, erotica.
Yes.
You know me. You know me. I'm always trying to
I know. You're
trying
like,
to trying to make
what is
it
the PC
classier.
word for that?
Well, look, if you ain't look, you know, behind the scenes, I use the word nasty a lot.
Yes,
Okay,
this is
so,
true.
but I've seen you break out the revolutionary stuff that makes the hardcore, always revolutionary poets be like,
Exactly. I
"You're
mean,
supposed to be doing the nasty
that's how I
stuff."
cut my teeth. I came up only doing social commentary. So in revolutionary poetry, that's what I do. It just so happened that I fell into erotica and I like that almost as much. So
Right,
yes, I do a lot of erotica shows,
right,
but
yeah.
catch
What
me
was
some other
that?
time. Catch me
LL
at any
say,
other
"Stop the
place.
violence, don't pay the bills."
That is true. Erotica definitely pays more than revolutionary poetry. So, I mean, as I said, I have a kid to feed. So,
Right,
we will do those erotica shows because they pay the bills. And then we'll go and we'll march and we'll speak at a Black Lives Matter rally. And we'll go. And I just did a fundraiser for young women who are trying to enter college. And I actually think I'm going to do that poem tonight because it's different. It's different. And I wrote it for young women. And I can go up and shut the place down
right.
if we're doing revolutionary.
And I believe you were still doing a lot of that when you and I met, so I might have an upper hand on a lot of the Jai Simone
Yes.
latecomers.
Yes. Because if you knew me when I first started, that's all I did. That was it. I didn't even want to do erotica because I was like, oh no, that's not what we do. But then I learned that even the very act of love is a revolution. And so is command of your body and reveling in that and the unity of two people, especially a Black couple, that is a revolution. And so I threw myself into erotica.
Okay, we're going to talk about that on the other side, but right about now, let me get this